If you've cleaned the same corner of carpet 4 times this week, this is for you. Potty training isn't luck, and it isn't about getting a smart puppy. It's a schedule problem with a schedule solution. I'm going to give you the exact hour-by-hour plan that gets most puppies reliably clean within 7 days. The setup, the trip schedule down to the minute, what to do the instant an accident happens, and the cleaning product that actually works versus the one that guarantees a repeat performance. No shock mats, no rubbing noses in anything, just the math that makes this easy. Let's fix it. Diagnosis first, because most potty training failures aren't training failures, they're bladder math failures. A puppy's bladder control is roughly its age in months, plus 1 hour. An 8-week-old puppy can hold it for about 2 hours awake, less after drinking, less after excitement. That's not disobedience, that's the actual size of the plumbing. Second piece, puppies don't generalize location on their own. Your puppy doesn't know outside means bathroom and living room means not bathroom. It only knows wherever it stood when the urge hits. Every accident is really a missed window. You were 30 seconds too slow, or the puppy was in a room with no clear "this is not it" signal. So the whole plan is really just two things. Catch the window before the bladder does, and make outside impossible to confuse with anything else. Do both consistently for a week and the puppy does the rest. Before the schedule, 3 setup pieces that make everything else easier. 1. Pick the exact potty spot, same patch of yard, every single time for at least the first month. Repetition builds a scent marker there that becomes a physical cue to go. 2. Pick one potty phrase and only that phrase, "Go potty," whatever you like, said calmly right as the puppy starts, never before, so the word links to the act, not to standing near the door. 3. Every outdoor trip happens on a leash, even in a fenced yard, for now. Off-leash, puppies wander, sniff, and forget the assignment. On a leash, you walk straight to the spot, and the trip stays boring and purposeful. And indoors, your control tool is the exercise pen or a closed door. If a puppy is not directly supervised, it is in the pen. That single rule prevents the vast majority of accidents because accidents mostly happen in the 30 feet of house nobody was watching. Here's the schedule, and I genuinely pause and write this down. Trip 1. The moment your puppy's eyes open in the morning, not after coffee, not after you're dressed, the second it wakes. A sleeping bladder is a full bladder. Trip 2. Within 5 minutes of every meal, eating triggers the gut, almost like clockwork in puppies. Trip 3. Right after every play session or training session, because activity jostles everything loose. Trip 4. After any transition, coming out of the crate, waking from a nap, guests arriving, all of it. And in between all of that, a trip every 45 to 60 minutes purely on the clock while your puppy is awake. No exceptions, whether or not it looks like it needs one. Yes, that's a lot of trips. Figure 10 to 15 a day in week 1. That's the whole trade. An exhausting first week buys you a house-trained dog for the next 13 years. Each trip, straight out on the leash, to the spot, your potty word once, then wait. Movement, sniffing, circling, normal, let it happen. The second it goes, immediate calm praise and a treat, delivered within about 2 seconds, because timing is everything for a puppy connecting cause and reward. Between scheduled trips, learn to read the tells, because a puppy who has to go changes behavior about 30 seconds before it happens. The classics, sudden intense sniffing in circles, an abrupt stop mid-play like it just remembered something, wandering off toward a corner or behind furniture, or just going quiet after being loud. Any of those, drop what you're doing and go straight outside. Don't finish the sentence. Don't grab your shoes first if you can avoid it. Speed matters more than dignity here. Catching one of these tells and getting a clean outdoor success does more for training than a week of scheduled trips, because the puppy directly experiences the urge to outside to reward, which is the exact chain we're building. An accident will happen, probably several. Here's the only correct response, and it's almost entirely about what you don't do. Don't yell, don't rub the nose in it, don't point and scold, none of that ancient advice. A puppy can't connect a correction to something it did 2 minutes or even 2 seconds ago. All punishment teaches is that you're scary and unpredictable, and some puppies respond by hiding to potty, which makes training dramatically harder. If you catch the act midstream, a calm, upbeat, outside, and a fast walk out is fine. Startle interrupt, not punishment. If you find it after the fact, any response is too late to mean anything. Just clean it. And cleaning is where most people accidentally sabotage themselves. Regular cleaner and even most pet sprays leave a residual scent trace your nose can't detect, but your puppies absolutely can, and that trace acts like a sign that says, bathroom, right here. Enzyme cleaner is different. It breaks down the actual waste molecules instead of masking them, which is the only category of product that truly removes the Q. Blot first, soak the enzyme cleaner in, and let it air dry completely. Skip this step, and you can run the schedule perfectly and still lose the same corner over and over. Overnight potty training runs on the same math with one twist. Dogs are naturally reluctant to soil their own sleeping space, and a properly sized crate leans into that instinct. Last potty trip right before lights out, crate beside your bed, and expect 1 or 2 legitimate overnight trips for a young puppy. That's normal biology, not a setback. If crying at bedtime is its own battle at your house, that's a bigger topic with its own complete plan, linked below and worth watching before tonight, because a puppy panicking in the crate will potty from stress regardless of schedule. What the week actually looks like. Days 1 and 2 are the hardest. Expect accidents even with a good schedule, because your puppy hasn't built the association yet. Run the trips anyway, exactly on time. Days 3 to 5, most puppies start stringing together clean stretches, and you'll notice real signaling attempts, circling at the door, standing near it. Days 6 and 7, you can start stretching the between-trip window slightly and trust more of the between-trip signals. Full bladder reliability, especially overnight, keeps maturing for another few weeks after that. Don't panic over one relapse at week 3. Tighten the schedule back up for 2 days, and it usually resolves fast. And if accidents aren't improving at all after a genuinely consistent week, a vet visit is worth ruling out a urinary tract infection before you assume it's training. Gear recap. Non-negotiable. Enzyme cleaner, buy it in bulk, you'll use more than you think. An exercise pen for supervision gaps. A treat pouch loaded for fast rewards. Optional but genuinely useful. Potty bells hung on the door, which you deliberately teach by ringing them yourself on every trip out. Most dogs pick up nose bumping them within a couple of weeks, and it turns asking to go out into something you can actually hear. Now the skip list. Pee pads, for almost every situation, skip them. They teach a puppy that indoors is a legitimate bathroom, which directly fights the one lesson this whole video is built on. The only exception is a genuine high-rise apartment with no outdoor access. Skip any attractant spray that claims to lure puppies to a spot with scent. The evidence is thin, and the enzyme cleaner step matters far more. And skip shock mats or spray deterrents entirely. Startling a puppy away from one spot just relocates the accident to a spot you haven't booby-trapped yet, and it teaches nothing about where to actually go. The whole plan: one spot, one word, on a leash, out at wake-up, after meals, after play, and every 45 to 60 minutes between. Reward within 2 seconds, enzyme clean every miss, say nothing about the accident itself. Run it for real for 7 days, and most puppies get dramatically more reliable. Run it for a month, and accidents become the rare exception instead of the daily normal. Everything's linked below, the gear and the full written schedule you can print and check off. If bedtime's the rough part of your day too, the crate video's on screen right now. Drop your puppy's name and how many times you've cleaned the same spot this week. I want to hear the number. I'm the dog fixer. Consider it fixed.